Thank you for stopping by and checking out Entitled to Nothing. I want to give you a little intro before we dive into full episodes. And to be honest, I really hate these about me things. And since it's my website and my podcast, I was tempted to say, fuck it, and go without. However, my team made a point to gently remind me that nobody knows who the heck I am, and I need to tell them. So here goes. My name is Anthony Mink. My friends just call me Mink. And I'm driven by one thing above all else: the desire to live life on my terms and to be the best man that I can be. The desire for freedom, financial security, and to live my life my way has led me to build multiple companies, travel to 40 countries, and generate over $50 million in sales as an entrepreneur. But that's not how I started out. I started out as a scared, broke kid with zero confidence and no idea what to do. I had no money, no skills, and no contacts. At my lowest point, I was $100,000 in debt, and I filed bankruptcy at 23. In that moment, I felt like everything was lost, and my failures validated my biggest fear, that I was not good enough, and I might always be a failure. Adding insult to injury, my father criticized me over and over, telling me how big of a fuck up I was. Feeling a mixture of fear and sadness and rage in that moment, I realized I had the one thing that could never be taken away from me. And as it would turn out, it's the only thing we need to be successful. I had the courage to admit my life was my fault. And if anything was going to change, I had to change. I had no clue what to do, but I knew in that moment I had to make the commitment to take radical responsibility for my life and never give up on my dreams. By taking ownership of my failures, it's given me the opportunity to turn my failures into lessons, and I've used those lessons to create life on my terms. I have to credit all of my success to two things: taking radical responsibility for my life and committing to constant and never-ending improvement. After my bankruptcy, I realized I didn't know anything, and so I went all in on my own education. I invested every dollar I had into books, online courses, training programs, and mentorships. In total, I've invested over $500,000 into my own education, and that investment has created the man I am today. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is we never have a how problem. It's always a who problem, meaning who do we need to be to become capable of creating the life that we want to live? What skills do we need to learn? What character traits must we possess? And what are the beliefs that are required to create the life that we want? Today, I'm proud to say I'm an 8-figure founder. I'm the CEO of livebearded.com, an international speaker, a podcast host, and maybe my favorite one, a self-proclaimed beach boy. Man, I love going to the beach. I love the game of business, fitness, traveling to new cultures and experiencing new countries. And most of all, I love sharing ideas and insights from my journey to help inspire you on yours. I'm here because I want to inspire you to believe in yourself, to take radical responsibility for your life, and to commit to personal excellence. I use the word inspire very intentionally. It originates from the Latin root word inspirare and translates to breathe life into. And I think few things are more powerful than that. My mission is to breathe life and love and confidence, passion, faith, and possibility into the world. I believe we were created for a reason, and our life has a purpose. The visions we have, the ideas that inspire us, and the dreams we long for, they represent what's possible for us when we have the courage to believe in ourselves and go all in on our dreams. And I want to inspire you to do just that. As the CEO of Live Bearded, I've had the privilege of having conversations with thousands of men over the years. And my travels have taken me all around the world, where I've talked to people from every walk of life, from Asia and the Middle East to Europe, the Caribbean, and Central and South America. And I can tell you from experience, everyone struggles with the same feelings of fear and doubt and not being good enough. My entire life, I've struggled with confidence, self-doubt, and feeling like I would never be good enough to achieve my dreams. Growing up, my dad was a really abusive alcoholic, and he would constantly tell my mother and I how worthless and useless we were. As a young kid, it made me sad. As a teenager, it made me angry. And then over time, the truth is, I started to believe him, and it made me doubt myself in every possible way. In hindsight, not believing in myself has been the biggest mistake I've ever made. And my mission is to do everything I can and share everything I've learned so you don't make the same mistake of not believing in yourself. That's why I started this podcast. My experiences with my father have taught me we can get sad and angry at life, or we can use the pain of our experiences to mold us into who we're born to be. You see, I think life is either happening to us or it's happening for us. And I believe with all my heart that life is happening for us. And that means the pains we experience in our lives give us the potential to create more purpose and meaning in our life. They can inspire us to be the man or woman that God has created us to be. Together, I believe we can use the pains of our past to transform us into the greatest version of ourselves. I believe we were born to be fucking great, and I'm here to support you in any way that I can so together we can go all in on life and create life on our terms. If this resonates with you, I would love to invite you to connect with me, follow me on social media, and subscribe to this podcast entitled To Nothing so together we can find out how great we can be. Stay tuned for future episodes as we dive deep into how we can learn and grow together.